In today's video, I've created a quick and easy summer look using just a handful of drugstore products. I am trying to use minimal products, but certainly pick and choose and eliminate any process or step that you don't find useful in your makeup routine. I also think these products are awesome for mature skin. If you're curious to see what I used, then let's get into it. All right, so my face is all prepped already with my serum, my moisturizer, and I did put on, before I came on camera, the City Lips lip gloss. I always like to put something on my lips as I'm putting my face on. And I also applied some eye cream. So all those steps are done. So the first product we're going to go in with today is a tinted sunscreen. I like this one in particular because it does give me a little bit extra coverage that I normally don't get with just a regular sunscreen. And there's lots of times, that's why I wanted to use it, there's lots of times that I am using this and just going out the door and I don't really apply anything else. It's the Roche Posay, the Atheneos Mineral 50 Sunscreen. It does say on here that it gives you a light finish. I always give everything a good shake. You can see there's a little mechanism in there. This is very fluid. I mean, the recommended amount is about half a teaspoon. So then I just rub it between my fingers. We're actually on our way to the airport to pick up my son this morning. He's coming in for a visit. So I thought, well, I'm getting ready anyhow, so I may as well just show you guys what a daily routine looks like for me in the summertime. I change things up relative to the season. And usually in the summertime, I'm trying to either get out the door or I want, not a lot of fuss and muss with products. But hopefully you can see how it's giving me a little bit of coverage where I need it, especially on my forehead. And what I'm also going to do is add products. I'm trying to keep this to about 10, if I'm being honest, but there is products I'm going to add in here and there that you don't necessarily have to use, so that's why I'm not including it in the number that I'm putting in the title and the thumbnail, because it's something only you'll know whether you want to use it or not. Just helps me feel like I have a more complete look. And the other reason I like this one is it's a mineral sunscreen, but you can definitely see I don't have any sort of white cast, how easily it blended into my skin. It has both UVA, UVB, but this is nice. It gives me a sun-kissed glow, very natural finish. It is water resistant, so if you are going to the beach or the pool or anything like that, you don't have to worry about it coming off right away. With any sunscreen, you should always be reapplying it throughout the day, especially if you are out in the sun. And you probably saw as I was applying it how quickly it absorbed into the skin. And this one doesn't have any fragrance in it, which is nice as well. Now, if I wasn't going and doing a bunch of things today, I would probably just leave it like this. But because I want to be just a tiny bit extra, this is one of those extra products that I'm going to do, but you don't necessarily have to do that. This is not a drugstore product as well, so that's why I didn't want to include it. I am trying to keep this mostly, I'm going to say mostly to drugstore, but because I want a little bit extra coverage, but not going over the top, I'm using a stick foundation, which is the one by Merit. This is one of my favorite products to use if I'm trying to get a quick and easy look. If you're not familiar with Merit, they are a minimalistic brand. And with a lot of their products, you could just even do like a 5-minute face and get out the door. I believe I have this in the shade. This is Linen. And then all I do is I buff it in with a brush. You can certainly just use your fingers if you want to. But look at how it just melts into the skin. This is also one of those great products for traveling. Because it's a stick, you don't have to worry about it being in your luggage, in your carry-on. If you're somebody that doesn't normally wear a lot of face products like foundations and stuff like this, I think you'd really like this one. And it gives me a little bit of glow. You can still see my natural glowiness, radiance is coming through. So hopefully you can see how that Merit just gave me a little bit extra coverage that I was looking for, especially where my natural skin pokes through where my hyperpigmentation is. But I'm good with that. I just love the natural look of it. Now, a product that I personally have to use, but again, it's a step that you can skip if you don't require this, is a color corrector. You can see I actually have quite dark circles under my eyes. So my favorite one from the drugstore is by NYX. It's the Pro Fix Stick. I use the one in the shade Dark Peach. That shade is going to help neutralize that purple blue that I have. This one's, again, one of those quick and easy ones where you just put it right where you have the darkest discoloration. I let it sit for about 10 seconds, and then I just pat it in. You can use a brush if you want. I just find the warmth of my fingers helps it melt in a little bit better. You can see how quickly it absorbs, blends in. And then the reason that I'm using the color corrector now is I do want it to sit for a few minutes before I go in with concealer. And I know it probably looks a little strange right now, but that will, once I put the concealer on, that will all blend in nicely together. Now, a step that I do not ever skip is my eyebrows. You know how you hear about people saying, like, I can't leave the house without doing this, and that is one of them. So today we're going to use the NYX. This is the Micro Brow Pencil. I have this one in the shade Brunette. This pencil I have really started to enjoy using. So my process is I usually quickly run the spoolie through my hairs just to see how they're looking. Take the pencil. This one deposits the shade quite nicely. Makes quick work of the whole eyebrow process. I like how it's a finer tip, so it really gets into that area. And then I took the spoolie again and just run it through, and it just blends everything out. There's also products out there that you can use now that are more of like a wax or a tint. I just still prefer a pencil myself. Now, another product that I like to use that I can use as a multi-purpose type of product is my bronzer. I'm also going to use that as a little bit of color for my eyelids today. So again, less products. So the one I'm going in with is the e.l.f. This is actually the bronzer. It's a liquid bronzer. I have it in the shade 2. But what I'm going to do is gently buff it into my eyelid. Perfect brown, in my opinion. So, because I don't want anything too dark on my eyelid. I just want a really simple look. So what I end up doing is putting some on the back of my hand, taking just a regular eyeshadow brush. You see how easily it melts into the skin. Swipe it all over your eyelid. And I wanted to do this step before I go in with my concealer, because I always use my concealer to clean up any sort of product that's come too far down on my eye. But see, it's just enough to cover up any of my redness on my eyes or any discoloration that I have, my little veins on my eyelids. But see how just quick, simple that was. And with it being this particular product, because the e.l.f. bronzer and also their blush are very pigmented and stay, like they are like super stay products. What I find with using this product is I don't get a lot of creasing on my eyelid at all or anything like that. Like this will stay true until the end of the night when I'm taking my makeup off. Now we're going to go in with a concealer. I wanted more of a hydrating concealer today to kind of give me that bronzy, glowy look. So the one that does that for me is the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer. This is going to give me more of a medium coverage. That's why I always have to use a color corrector. So again, same thing with concealer. I apply it right where I am darkest. And then I also just give a little bit of extra on the end there to clean up that eyeshadow, or I should say bronzer in this case today. And I also am quite dark in the inner corner there, so I always take that up a bit. Now, especially with concealer, I do let it sit for a good 30 seconds. I think I mentioned this pretty much in every makeup tutorial video, but it really does make a difference, like a huge difference in how your concealer blends out And I think it really does help with concealers not looking cakey. So I just need a sip of my coffee here. I wasn't kidding when I said this is really early, actually. I think right now, what time am I at? 6:14 in the morning. So I've been up for a little bit here to try and get filmed. So then I just take my Angie Hot and Flashy Kitten Paw concealer brush and I start tapping it in. This formula is so nice. They have I think a whole line now where they have a green one for other discoloration like redness. The nice thing about using creams and liquids is they're so easy to clean up. So right where it was coming too far into where I had put that bronzer, I'm just using my finger to make sure everything's blended in. And then I always take my sponge. This is my rougher sponge. Make sure everything is cohesive. There's no there's no lines. Now, another step that I personally can't skip is tight lining. I think it makes my eyes give a little bit of fullness to the lashes. So the one I'm going to go in with today is the L'Oreal Infallible. This is like a gel eyeliner. I have the shade, this is like a dark brown. But I like this one because it has very little transfer. And all I'm doing is just running it into my upper lashes. But you can definitely see the difference on this side compared to this side. There's just a fullness that the lashes have now. And for me, it's a process that alleviates me having to some days wear an eyeliner on my top lid. And then another step I'm going to do is I always like to have a little bit of something under my lower lash line. So instead of going in with the eyeliner and creating a harsh line from a pencil, I'm going to go back in with that bronzer and I'm going to use just a really tiny pencil brush. This is the BK Beauty, the 210 brush. You can see has a nice little fluffy brush, but it's very pointed. So I'm going to take some of that bronzer that's on the back of my hand, and this is going to be like a really subtle under the eyes. And because I kind of want everything to be blended in. See how it just created a little bit of something extra, but not over the top. Another step that I like to do, again, you can skip it if you want, is I always like to curl my lashes. I'm using the rougher eyelash curler. This is such a good one. I find this is one of those products on their website that is always sold out. It just grasps all the lashes and really gets down to the lash line. But you can see how well it's curled them. Awesome, awesome product. So the mascara that I decided to wear today, I wanted it for the shade more than anything else because I'm not putting a lot of product on my eye. I wanted a mascara that's really going to enhance the eyes without a lot of product. So I find the one that does that for me is the CoverGirl, the Cleantopia. It's in the shade Aquamarine Black. So it's a black shade, but with a little bit of hint, like a hint of blue. Now I love the formulas of the Cleantopia. I'm a big fan of the regular one, which comes in that green packaging. So the wand is quite nice. Lots of bristles on there. It almost has like a little bit of an hourglass shape, which really captures all of those lashes. And I find this is one of those mascaras that is quite easy to remove, but it's giving me the volume I'm looking for, lengthening. It's never clumpy, but it just gives some richness to the lashes. But look at how nicely the eye looks. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, we're going to go in with the rest of the face. So we're going back in with that e.l.f. bronzer. Again, I always put everything onto the back of my hand. I very, very seldom go directly onto my face with product. I'm going to go in with that same brush I used earlier to blend in the Merit stick. So I have my bronzer on there. And then I just start stippling it on. But this product, like quite honestly, just melts into the skin. And it's nice that way because it's not one of those ones that just kind of sits on top blends in so easily. And it does have a decent shade range. I think it's one of those products that's suitable for all skin tones. I always run everything down my neck as well. Next product I'm going in with is a blush, but this particular blush I enjoy using because it does a little bit of a double duty. It also saves me the step of having to put a separate highlighter on as well. So it's the blush by Milani. This is like an old favorite of mine. This has been around forever. It's the Baked Powder Blush, but it's in the shade Luminoso. So it's like a really pretty peach color. If it'll show up. So I just take my powder brush and I stipple that on. Now what I'm going to also do is put a little bit on my eyes. And this is a blush that works well with liquids and creams. Normally, if I'm using a liquid bronzer, I generally go in with either a cream or liquid blush as well. And then what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the blush and I'm going to put it right in the center of my eye. So it just has enhanced the eye ever so slightly. It just, I'm going to say it's elevated it a little bit more. I think it's always fun to play with products, use products in multiple different ways. And then I'll just take that eyeshadow brush and just make sure that there's no lines there. But it's just giving me a little bit of sparkle on my eyelid. Now another step that I do, and you pretty much see it in every makeup tutorial video that I do, is when I go to apply my lip products, I always go in with a lip liner and fill in my whole lip. And I find that that just helps the lip product stay on longer. The product I'm using today is by NYX. This is the Peekaboo Neutral shade. This is just a pencil, regular pencil lip liner. I think it's just such a pretty nude shade. But I just wanted a very cohesive look today. And I wanted more of a matte lip for the look that I'm going for today. So I'm going with the Revlon. This is the Color Stay Suede Ink. This is a very, very well-used lip product. I have it in the shade Gut Instinct. So it's a really pretty neutral shade. Goes really well with that lip liner. So that's it there. But this is a great one for staying power. Even though it's a matte formula, it doesn't leave my lips all dry feeling. But I wanted a product that's going to stay for a decent amount of the day. And this one I find I don't have to do a lot of reapplying. And then I always just go back in with my lip liner to make sure that all the lines on my lips look okay. Now this is an extra step if you find that the lipstick looks a little bit too matte. I'm fine with this today, like I'd be good. But if you are somebody that wants a little bit of shine to your lips, then certainly go in with a lip gloss. So one of my favorites is the Maybelline The Lifter Gloss. This one is in the shade Peach Ring. And if anything, I'm just going to put it right in the center of my lip. There, that just gives a little bit of extra shine. Now this is a step that you can absolutely skip if you're happy with how everything looks right now. I just want my makeup to stay a little bit longer today. So I'm going to go in with a setting spray, the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. So it's going to still give me that dewiness, but it's going to lock everything in place. And then what I usually do after that, and again, it's another step you can skip if you don't want to use this product. So it's the Kosas Setting Powder. I just want to tone down some of the glowiness that I have going on there. So I'm just taking my BK Beauty 104, just like a really fluffy powder brush. I have it in the shade Breezy, and I like this one because it just minimizes the shine. But you can still see that glowiness and that radiance poking through. I really love how the whole look turned out. And if I wasn't talking through the video, this would easily take me about 10 to 15 minutes to create the look in the morning. All the products that I used today will be linked and listed down below in the description box. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you're not already. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!